Welcome to the Praxis Core online tutorial. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to use this online tutorial resource. So you've signed the agreement first to agree to uphold academic integrity as you go through this particular tutorial. And obviously through that agreement, you have an understanding of expectations. Now, I want to point out to you that this tutorial may not be right for certain learners. And so there is an option to take an in-person Praxis Core preparation course. It does cost money and it is offered through continuing education. If you'd like more information about that, you can just click on this link and that will take you to their bulletin. So I'm going to be walking you through literally how the tutorial actually works. But I do want you to keep in mind that we use something called modules. So there's going to be modules set up for all things that you need to know about the Praxis Core. But I have to stress that this is an independent study preparation tool. So it really is up to you to follow the prompts, to do the tutorials, to take the practice quizzes, and to take the practice test. Unfortunately, we will not be giving you feedback about, if you're on the right pathway, if you're answering questions appropriately. So this really is an independent study tool. However, the online tutorial is set up to help you organize that independent study preparation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Start Here at the Praxis Core Tutorial Roadmap. So I'm going to walk you through the different parts of this test or the tutorial so that you can understand how to use this preparation resource. So this is the first page that you're going to really come to, which is the tutorial map. So as I mentioned, everything is set up in modules, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So there's going to be a module for each subtest area, reading, writing, and math. And then there's also going to be modules for onboarding. So we're going to be talking about passing scores, the fees, and registration. So the first thing you're going to be doing, and this is required, is to go through each of these modules step by step. So you're going to start with what is the Praxis Core, and this is going to explain, what the test is and basically why you need to take it. There will be a practice quiz associated with each of these modules. Then there's going to be a module or page about what the scores mean and what kind of scores you need and what the passing rates are in New Jersey. And then there's going to be a tutorial about the fees because unfortunately you do have to pay for these fees. Financially does not cover them. And then the last part of the onboarding tutorial is how to register and what to expect the day of the test. So each of these pages and within this module are going to help familiarize you with the test, why you need to take it, how to register for it, how to set up an ETS account, and what are the costs associated with it. Once you're done with onboarding, then you're going to start the content preparation process. So there's going to be tutorials in each of the areas that are measured on the Praxis Core. There'll be a math tutorial, reading, and writing. Now, at this point, you might never have taken the Praxis Core. So you're going to want to go into each of these tutorials. But let's say you have taken the Praxis Core and perhaps you failed one of the areas. Let's say you failed math, for example, and you passed reading and writing. The tutorial, this online tutorial, will allow you to just stay with math then and skip over reading and writing. But if you've never taken the Praxis Core and regardless if you feel that, you're a great reader or you're really good in math, you really should complete each of these different areas, these different tutorial areas, because that's going to help you to familiarize yourself with what's going to be measured and what's expected of you. Now, as you can see in red, each tutorial is going to come with one practice test. So you will have the opportunity to take one full practice test timed, just like as if you were taking the test for real. So that you'll get one attempt and one practice test for each of those. Now, once you're done with your tutorial, we're going to then walk you through how to actually create your ETS account and register for the test. So keep in mind that MCC does not give the test on campus. So you do have to go to an outside or off-campus testing location to take the test. So we're going to walk you through how to do that. how to set up your account, how to, if you have disability services and what to do with that, and also how to send your scores to teacher preparation programs. And then as part of the agreement, we do expect that students report their scores to Middlesex County College using the code 2413. And then there is going to be a survey, an exit survey that needs to be taken just so we can use the feedback to better improve this site. So as I mentioned, this is a module-based tutorial. So you would actually at this point get ready to start the onboarding process, and you would click what is the Praxis core? And that would take you through each of these tutorials up here. Okay, but I am going to go to modules just so that we can, actually walk you through the different parts of this, tutorial. So when I'm in what is the Praxis core, as you can see, this is, the kind of the module kind of layout of the tutorial. So you're going to start with, those onboarding things. So you'll start with what is the core, what scores do I need, and the fees and registration. And then if you need it, you'll start with the math content tutorials, and then you'll go to the reading. And then again, the reading is broken down into different questions and types. And then you'll go to the writing. And again, this is broken down into the skills and different types of essays that you're going to be expected to write. And then, as I mentioned, after you're done preparing, you need to register and get started and set up your account with ETS. So that will be a tutorial on that. And then you'll finish with that online survey. I'm just going to show you just an example of what the tutorials look like. I'm going to go into reading just to kind of, they're all pretty much structured the same way. So each has a content page. It discusses the layout of the test itself, what's going to be measured. There's going to be links for diagnostic tests that we strongly encourage you to take. Each of the content areas is going to have a study plan and a link to that, so you'll want to fill that out. There will be a tutorial, an overview tutorial of each of the content areas, and that's what this refers to. Then there's going to be actual teaching, like how do you look for a main idea? What is figurative language? Because I'm thinking of reading, and that's the module I'm in right now. So there'll be some content tutorial for you as well. And then there's going to be multiple opportunities to practice questions through these practice quizzes. Also embedded in these tutorials are going to be practice opportunities. And then once you're done with your preparation, then you'll have an opportunity to take a full test. So that's how this particular, online tutorial works. As mentioned, it's a module style, so everything you need will be in front of you in the module, so a nice organized layout is there. Just understand that you will have to complete the onboarding process, which is required before you can actually start any of the content tutorials. So you will need to kind of familiarize yourself with the test and what it measures, how much it costs, and how to register.